Now, the question is not whether you're going to succeed. The question that you have to ask yourself here is if you're going to succeed at something that matters to you. We're challenging the men that we work with to do this.
Doing my Hero's Edge habits, prayer, meditation, reading, affirmations, visualization, gratitude, journaling.
Figuring out what your purpose is, what are you here for, what impact you want to have on this earth, and how does your business idea actually going to manifest that? Okay, so I have this idea that I've been listening to the Whole Man Success podcast. I've been working with Brandon and Sammy, and they're talking about the 3 Ps to launch my dream business: passion, purpose, and profit. Okay, I got this. I got what I want to do. I know what I want to do. How do I get the person to do it with? Okay, well, this is what you do. All right, welcome to the next episode here at the Whole Man Success Podcast. Real quick, if you have ever thought that you cannot make money with your idea or your dream business, man, we're going to diffuse that. We're going to totally destroy that concept, and we're going to show you how you can. Brandon and I have been doing this for many years now, and we've transformed our ideas and passions into a thriving business, generating over thousands of dollars every single month. And our sights set on $100,000 months. What we're doing here is we're documenting our journey to being our family's first millionaires. We want to help you make your first thousands online as well. So stay with us all the way through the episode. We'll get you a 4-step process on how you can actually make money right now with your idea, with your business. Let's go. Brandon, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, brother? Heck yeah, man. Excited, man. Life is good. It's an amazing time to be alive.
That's right. Yeah, man, it's always good getting back into this, the recording and getting around each other. We talk about this idea about proximity is power.
Absolutely.
We went through a whole couple years doing podcasts via Zoom, and now we're in person. Man, we get to rock with the guys behind the camera over here and us in person. It just adds an oomph to what we bring, I think, through the mics and through the video and through what we're producing here.
Absolutely, man. And that's the biggest goal, is to bring some value to our audience and give them some actionable steps that they can take right now, so they can start making some profit, build a dream business, escape the 9-to-5, live the dream life, and just have some financial freedom.
That's right, man. And today we're talking about exactly that: value. You want to talk about value? We're gonna talk money. How do you make some money? We, in our last episodes, and if you've been following us, we talked about the 3 Ps, right? Figuring out what your purpose is, what are you here for, what impact you want to have on this earth, and how does your business idea actually going to manifest that?
Right.
Are you going to help people? So getting your purpose identified. If you haven't listened to the last episode, go to the last episode, check it out. The other thing is making sure that your purpose overlaps and overlays with your passion. What do you actually love to do?
Mm-hmm.
What do you, we talked about this last night on the call. What do you lose track of time doing?
Mm-hmm.
What do you get into the flow state doing? What are you really great at, and what do you love doing? That's your passion. So overlay the purpose, overlay the passion. And then the last circle that we want to overlay, we briefly talked on last episode, is profit. We're going to get you some high details, some step-by-step process on how you can actually make profit. And that's the last piece. Okay, cool. I know what my purpose is. I know what I'm passionate about. Now, Sammy, Brandon, how the heck do I make money?
Yep.
Right. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
And we're going to give it to you. We're going to get you the whole plan. But before we get into it, we want you to just think about some questions here. Ask yourself these questions. In the next 90 days, how much money would you like to be making with your dream business, with your idea? So 90 days from now is June time, July, August, September 27th. How much money would be nice coming in to your dream business? We heard some different answers, right? We've been on a couple calls that we've facilitated this conversation already. And, we've gotten answers like, I just want to make my first 500. I just want to make my first 1,000. We heard last night 20,000, you know? And so what is that number for you? Get that solidified. Have that in your mind. The other question that we want is, what's your ideal day in your dream business? Can you give us an example, Brandon, so that they can know how to answer this question for themselves?
Yeah. When you have control over your time, it's a beautiful way to craft your ideal day and visualize it and make it. And so for me, it's waking up, getting habits done, making that perfect cup of coffee that we
Yeah.
joke about that Sammy always says it's my $100 cup
Bro,
of
you
ceremonial
you
coffee.
need to be making $20,000 a month just to afford that coffee,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Oh man, but that's okay. That's okay, man.
Yeah.
That's the choice.
Doing
Nectar
my
of the gods.
doing my hero's edge habits that
That's right.
Sammy and I have been doing for multiple years, and just that's has to do with just prayer, meditation, reading, affirmations, visualization, gratitude, journaling, maybe some breath work, anything just to get the mindset. And it can go from anywhere from like 15, 30 minutes to however long you have, an hour. And then
Mm,
start getting into some work or get some movement in. I
that's
like
right.
to get some exercise, some sunshine, and then just get to work and enter into that deep work state where I set time aside where I can do the work, whether it be 2 hours, 4 hours, and I can focus on the businesses I'm running, and it just energizes me. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I can go without eating. I
Yep.
can go without drinking.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
I try to stay hydrated and everything, and then just being able to, stop, take a break, do lunch if I need to, go somewhere if I need to, meet with a business partner, have a
That's right.
call with you, create content, do other things that are going to move my business forward, and spend time with the family, have a home cooked dinner. Ideal day, man, just being out, um, doing it and doing things that are going to move my business forward,
Yeah.
and overcoming those procrastination, the laziness, and
That's right.
limiting beliefs,
Yes.
um, and just staying focused. Ideal day, man. If
That's
I
it.
can, if I can go to bed feeling fulfilled
That's right.
and feeling, doesn't necessarily even mean, like sometimes you could think like, oh man, nothing's going. But if you did your habits and had great conversations and did small things to move, we say in Heroes, progress over perfection.
Absolutely.
There's no perfect day, but if you can make progress
Yep.
and just, lay my head down on the pillow at night and just feel energized and excited and ecstatic, but also just feel like, oh man, I put a good day's
That's right.
work in of feeling that fulfilled
Totally.
energy. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's it, and that's what we want you to do. We want you to. Why are we talking about this? Maybe you're listening to this on your lunch break. You're working a full time job, and you're like, "Why the hell am I thinking about what my dream business day looks like?" Because first of all, visualization is important. What you see, you don't get what you want out of life. You get what you focus on.
yeah.
And if you do not focus on what can be, you will always have what is. And so we want you to shift your mindset, your belief on what this looks like. Manifest it in your mind. Truly see it happening. Maybe it's waking up without an alarm, getting into the gym, doing some prayer meditation, like Brandon talked about, working through those hero's edge habits. And then it's getting into this work that you truly love to do, this creative work. What type of work would you like to be doing? And then going to bed, like Brandon said, totally fulfilled but on empty. Gassed out, man. You gave it all on the field. You left it all on the field.
And we know this episode's about profit, but there's some foundations. That's why we're
Mm,
talking through some of this stuff. And those are amazing questions that you asked Sam. And it's that important to have that in the mind. You could see it, you could feel it, and you can build up that confidence and belief so that you're going to take action. So you
yep.
don't just give up when you start something. You give up too short from it
Yeah.
just literally taking off. Many men give up too soon,
Yeah.
and then they just go back to that life of complacency. They settle
Yeah.
for the average life, the comfortable life, and nothing ever comes of the vision that they got a glimpse of, that they
Sure.
had, because they weren't persistent at keeping that vision in the forefront
Yeah.
of their eyes.
Mm,
Have it written down, have a achievable time frame of
that's right.
setting goals. Like, would you ask 90 days? What
That's
do you
right.
want to be
90 days.
making?
Yep.
I know what I want to be making,
That's right.
$100,000 a month.
Let's go.
You know, boom, you can ask me and I can see it. I can feel it. I know what I feel like when I'm making $100,000 a month.
Yes.
I can visualize it. I know what I'm going to be doing.
That's right.
I know who that person is.
Yes.
Now it's just becoming that person.
Yeah. And this is why we're handling the profit piece last. Many men get this mixed up. We got it mixed up at the beginning.
Yeah.
We get lured into this trap of work, 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 because of money. And when you lead with profit, your passion diminishes and you lose sight of your purpose. And then you can have money in the bank, but you feel like crap. You feel empty. And what we've been journeying over the last 10 years and doing intentionally is making sure that we have all three of these P's locked in. We're going to do it right. What are we truly passionate about?
Yeah.
What is our purpose here on earth? And then let's make profit doing it.
Heck yeah.
And the thing that we're going to walk through, this system that we're going to walk through, has worked for us, has worked for guys that we're working with, and it can work for you too. And it's a gradual build up. You know, when we first launched this business, the Heroes Group, it was a free group.
Yep.
There was no money coming in. We were investing money.
Purely passion project.
purely passion, bro. It was buying coffee and food and, you know, inviting people and figuring out spaces and just
spending the miles and gas money and on the car and just driving.
So much, man, so much. But we took this journey and we're going to share our journey with you so that you can get there faster.
Yeah.
So that you can make that. I was talking to a guy a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I believe you can have your business right now. Like I know you can. I see it in you. Let's lay it out and let's make it happen in the next 30 days, 60 days. Like totally believe it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to give you today. One of the things we want to mention real quick, last thing on the purpose and the passion is just think about this. You're going to make $1 million in your life.
Ooh.
For sure. You will.
You'll
work in a normal job.
Yeah.
The median income in the United States over 40 years, you'll make $1 million. And a lot of the guys that we work with, actually, their average income is a little bit higher than that. And so they'll make close to $2 million in their lifetime working a normal job. Now, the question is not whether you're going to succeed. The question that you have to ask yourself here is if you're going to succeed at something that matters to you. That's the big question. Yeah. You're going to make the money.
Yeah.
That's not a question, okay? The question is that going to matter to you? Is the impact that you leave going to be a proud legacy that you want to leave behind? And so what we want to say is stop just building someone else's dream. Stop working a 9-to-5 with letting your dream live in the jail of inaction. We both had full-time jobs when we launched our businesses, and you can do the same thing. And we're going to walk through that process with you today. This story real quick, though, I want to tell. I mean, y'all know who Howard Schultz is, like the Starbucks guy. And I think he has a great story really capturing this idea of pursuing your purpose, pursuing your passion, and making it profitable. You know, I think there are some people who have heard his story. You know a little bit about Howard Schultz, yes, right? The Starbucks. He's known as the Starbucks guy, right? Many people think he's the founder, but he's actually not the founder. He started actually as a poor man. Grew up in the projects and in the Brooklyn projects. And despite his humble beginnings, he attended Northern Michigan University on a football scholarship. After graduating, he started working for different companies. Eventually, he joined Starbucks, which already existed, by the way, as the director of retail operations and marketing back in 1982. Okay, here's some key points from his story that I want you to just align with. This because Howard, I believe, followed the 3 Ps. He had a passion for coffee culture. He took a trip to Italy one time, and while he was there, he was fascinated with their coffee culture, and he envisioned bringing that back to the United States. Man, maybe we can have that type of culture here. But it was an easy road, and just like any entrepreneur, there's going to be challenges. And so when he posed this idea to Starbucks founders, they shut it down. They were not interested, and he was undeterred. He said, you know, I'm still going to keep going. I'm still going to keep going. And he left Starbucks at that point and started his own coffee chain and grew that so fast and so big that he eventually acquired Starbucks. So he bought Starbucks, and now Starbucks is his. I think it's such a beautiful image because what he's done now is he's transformed Starbucks from like a local coffee bean retailer to a global coffee house chain. And I think one of the things that I want you guys to think about is he did exactly that. He aligned with what his purpose was, what his passion was, and then he figured out a way to make it profitable. And that's what he did. And Brandon and I did something very similar with Heroes, and we're gonna walk through that with you right now. So let's open up the 4-step process on how we did it. So I think the first thing that we want to talk about, the first step, is to ask yourself, are you actually qualified to make money with your idea?
Yeah.
Okay, and so we're gonna walk you through some questions to help you see if you're qualified to make money with your dream business. Here's the first question. Have you experienced a positive change or transformation in your life in some way? Okay, so hopefully your dream business or your dream product or service is directly correlated to some type of transformation that you've been able to experience. Now, there's two ways that this experience or this transformation can happen. Maybe you personally have experienced a transformation. So you've done something in your life and now you want to take that to the world. And I'm pretty certain that somewhere in there is your purpose, your passion. That's probably what you documented on the sheet. That transformation now you want to share with the world. Okay. So if you answer yes to that, then you're qualified. The other way this transformation can happen is maybe you have a product or service that you're selling already that has gained a transformation for a client. So last night we had someone on who does media production, podcast producing, videos, and that's his business. He's gained transformation for entrepreneurs by providing that to them. He's helped them improve their wealth or increase their revenue. And so he's helped his clients with the transformation. So that's the first question. Have you experienced a positive change or transformation in your life?
Let me, one thing I want to mention there with the qualification that I think a lot of men maybe struggle with, a lot of people struggle with when they're thinking of launching out, starting their online business, particularly with their purpose and passion, is they feel that they have to be an expert before they begin a lot of times.
Yeah.
That analysis paralysis of, I got to wait till I'm better or I know more, or I'm an expert in this, said area that I want to launch.
Yep.
And that self-imposed limiting belief is paralyzing your progress to taking action and getting started.
Absolutely.
100%. I mean, I've dealt with it just from they call it imposter syndrome. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not, good enough for that, or I'm not ready yet till I achieve this. And if you're waiting for that someday for you to achieve that perfection, well, no one's perfect. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Like Sammy said, find out if you're qualified is if you've experienced that positive transformation.
That's right.
And that makes you 100% qualified.
Yes, I love it. And let's make it easy for you. We're going to give you some insight here. We want you to think in 3 categories when it comes to this transformation, because these 3 categories are what we call the timeless 3.
Yeah.
The timeless 3 are 3 things that people have always paid for and they always will pay for. And that's health, wealth, or relationships. So have you had some type of positive transformation in one of those 3? If you have, boom, like Brandon said, you're qualified. But I've never coached anyone. It doesn't matter. I don't have a seminar. It doesn't matter. I don't have a book. It doesn't matter. You've experienced transformation. Okay, so that's the first question. Second one.
And to clarify, this is for making money online too.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
there's other businesses you can make profit and money from.
Totally.
That are physical, businesses. But
100. Which you can even still experience transformations through those products.
Absolutely.
Right. So the second question is, do you believe that the same method you used to get that transformation can help someone else? Okay. So if you've experienced a transformation, I think automatically someone else can. If you've done it, someone else can. So that should be a yes. Next question is, do you believe others would be happy to pay money to get that same result or that same transformation? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's just throw an example out there. Would you pay me $1,000 to fix your marriage that's on the rocks?
Yes.
I'm
not married.
you go survey men out there or women, and you pose it in this no-brainer type of way, like that's how you know that there's value, right? Especially if you've experienced this transformation yourself.
Yeah, I would be in the category of paying you $1,000 to help me find my dream wife.
There you go. So any coaches out there, Brandon's saying he's open for coaching calls, man. There you go. All right, so you believe that the same method you use can help someone else. The other one, again, you believe others would be happy to pay money to get the same result. Here's a big one. You genuinely love helping others. That's a big one. You genuinely love helping others because what we're talking about is you getting in the trenches with people, you actually helping people out. Um, and then a plug here that we'll put in. Maybe you're listening to this and you're like, man, I want to launch my own thing, my own entrepreneur business. I'm not sure what it is. I know I want to go online. I don't know. There's so many different ideas out there. Should I do digital products? Should I do a podcast? Like, what should I do? Well, if you don't know where to start, let us be the first to say, come get around guys that are already in this space. Proximity is power, like we've mentioned before. And if you're looking to get a transformation, then that you can pass on to other people and help them. One of the best ways is to join our free Heropreneurs school group,
Yep.
which is focused on helping men launch their dream business, or our Heroes Men's Mastermind, which is challenging men to live well in all key areas of life. And then, of course, we have our private coaching, which is the Abundant Hero program. So if you're on the fence and you're like, oh, I haven't experienced a transformation yet, well, plug into our group, stay connected with us. And as you experience this transformation through our information, through our training, then you can go forward and help others do the same.
Yeah, if you think you could do it by yourself or alone, I mean, you're fooling yourself. Reality is, Sammy and I have had many coaches and mentors over the years that have put value, poured into us, have spoken life into us, just reinvigorated our vision, our spirit, our goals, and without them, we wouldn't have gotten to the next level and the next
Yeah.
stage of where we're headed with our business, with our vision, our dream life. And so don't be mistaken. Don't be a fool. Don't be a lone wolf.
That's right.
Align yourself with men who are out there chasing their dreams, building their dreams, and actually achieving them.
That's right. Yeah, I love that. That's when you run with someone faster, you're gonna run faster. Right?
Absolutely.
It's principle. So join the group, come in and engage with us. Step number 2. So remember that first step was, are you qualified? And let's answer that for you. Yes, you're qualified. You're absolutely qualified. Step number 2 that we looked at is, okay, so I have this dream business. I'm not making any money right now. We're going to talk to you about this step number 2, which is right now money and recurring money. So we're going to give you a strategy on how to, using your dream business, make right now money and make recurring money. So what's right now money? Well, it's taking your purpose, your passion, and making some right now money either by picking up some gigs, working with like getting some subcontracts from another person. Another one is thinking about your job and your career in a new light. Now that you have clarity around what your purpose is and what your passion is, look at your job and maybe there's specific tasks or roles that would fit better
Yeah.
into those 3 P's for you.
Yeah.
And now guess what? Your job, your W-2 is paying you to continue to build your purpose and your passion. Like that's right now money. Now that gives you more fulfillment
Yep.
than just getting paid for doing whatever. Who cares what it is? Just getting the job done.
Yep.
No, shift the way that you look at your job career. That's right now money. I think the last thing that we'll mention is, man, get some beta clients.
Yeah.
This is one of the coolest things that you can do right now. And this is what we would say. We'll challenge you to do this right now. We're challenging the men that we work with to do this. Here's a beta client. A beta client is this. Okay, so I have this idea that I've been listening to the Whole Man Success podcast. I've been working with Brandon and Sammy, and they're talking about the 3 Ps to launch my dream business: passion, purpose, and profit. Okay, I got this. I got what I want to do. I know what I want to do. How do I get the person to do it with? Okay, well, this is what you do.
Call your mom.
That's right. Yeah. Call your mom. Mom, please buy this for me. No. Here's what you do. You think about the transformation you've experienced. And then right now, you think about anyone in your life that would also like that transformation. You got them? Write their name down. If you're driving, don't do that. Pause, wait till later. But write their name down. Write a couple of names down. Who also would like that transformation? Maybe it's in health. Maybe you've lost 30 pounds over the last 90 days of fat and you feel great. Maybe it's in relationships. Maybe you fixed your marriage. Okay, right. Who else could use that transformation? Write their name down.
Yeah.
The next thing is send them a text. Just a simple text. Hey, I'm in the middle of crafting out a coaching business
Mhm.
in health, wealth, or relationships, whatever your category is. And I just got finished crafting my first program and I want to help people do this. Would you be willing to get complimentary coaching from me in exchange for a testimony,
Mhm.
a testimonial?
Yep.
Like, that's it.
Yep.
Send the text for free.
Yep.
You're going to provide them a service for free in exchange for a testimonial.
Fired up.
That's one way to make right now money. And we put it under the right now money because you can either do it for free, or what we've done when we've done this program in the past is we've discounted
Yeah.
our beta clients. So when we're rolling out our program, it's going to be $5,000, but because we're rolling it out for you and we're just going to beta client with you,
Yeah.
we're going to do it for $1,000.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'm still getting paid for a beta client and now I'm getting testimonial as well. It's a win-win.
Hey, love it.
So the next one that we want to talk about is recurring money. What are some ways that they can make some recurring money, brother?
That's one thing that we really dove into when we were transforming Heroes into a business is how can we make, recurring revenue. We're putting all this effort and work in creating this content, doing calls, coaching men. And it's like, so we created this community where men have a space with like a framework and a platform for them to show up and, get some transformation. And, we started charging monthly subscription based membership.
Yep.
So subscription based, monthly recurring revenue, membership based is one way for recurring revenue.
Yep.
For me, even I invest in real estate. I even look at that as, that's recurring cash flow revenue that comes
Absolutely.
in that I provide value to my tenants by providing affordable housing, clean, safe, good affordable housing for them to have their roots and foundations in. And, they pay me, you know, recurring revenue every month
That's right.
to keep providing that for them.
That's right. So essentially it's creating or owning an asset
Yep.
that is going to pay you money.
Yep.
And so
It's
there's
creating value, solving problems, or, mostly creating value and solving problems
Yeah,
for people
exactly.
is how you're going to create that recurring
Which is
revenue.
what you just described, right? Either through a rental property,
Yep.
right? You're solving an issue, which is housing,
Yep.
and it's an asset. It's providing value for the people. They're paying you money. Or through hosting a membership site, a
Yep.
membership platform. Again, check out school. The link to our school will be in the chat, and then we have a referral link if you want to start your own school in the in the description as well. So that's one way to do it. This was a journey for us. When, like we said, we started out, it was free.
Yep.
We had guys coming to our events. We had guest speakers. We were building the Heroes Mastermind. It was all free. We were actually investing money, losing money. And then back in 2020, before the pandemic, at the end of one of our meetings, we felt compelled to move this to a business. And the reason we wanted to move it to a business is because we were getting such good transformation in our life and such good results with the guys and with our lives that we said, how do we really hold it to a higher level of accountability?
Yeah.
And we said, if we just leave it as a passion project, there's no checks and balances and there's no real scoreboard.
Yeah.
And so we decided, let's launch a business.
Yeah.
And I think we're ahead of the trend, bro. We went with membership 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And everyone's jumping on membership now. And
one thing that we learned too is that when men have skin in the game, they invest in themselves, they're more likely to follow through and stick with it and experience the transformation that they want to see.
I'm going to say 99% of the time that they don't have skin in the game, they're not paying.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
I mean, how many times there's enough content out there on YouTube, podcasts, books, social media.
That's right.
There's plenty of free content that you could literally take everything and go off and do it. But why do so many people not do it?
That's right.
It's because they don't have skin in the game.
They don't have skin in the game.
They don't have someone that's going to hold them accountable and keep them consistent in what they want to do.
Exactly. And so think about this right now. We talked about your passion, your purpose. We're talking about profit right now. We had you ask yourself, what transformation have you experienced? Just think about this. Let's say it was health. You've lost 30 pounds. Or we were talking to a gentleman last night who's gotten in the best shape of his life in his 40s, married with 3 kids. Like, could you think about this? Could you provide that for a monthly subscription?
He's sitting right over there.
Yeah, that's right. He's in the background. Yeah, absolutely you could, right? See, he could go out there and say, Would you pay me $100 a month to provide a community that supports you in getting in the best shape of your life in your 40s while married with kids? What?
Heck
No
yeah.
brainer. No brainer,
That's
right?
right.
And so right now you can go and create a school community and start making money, right now money and recurring money. All right, we're going to outline for you the steps and then what to include in this program, right? Because you have this transformation. Now we need to unpack like the logistics, creating the transformation, the stages, and what that looks like for your client. So the next step is actually how to do it. Let's write out these few steps. So, how to launch this business, turn this transformation into a business. First thing you need to write out is what is your HDER? The HDER is a highly desirable end result. Our recommendation is to stick to this timeless three, which is health, wealth, and relationships. Okay. So, you've experienced a transformation, one of those, write it out. The next thing is make sure it's backed by your story, either through you helping clients do this or through your personal transformation. And as you think through your story, I want you to come up with clear stages for your HDER. What are the stages that you went through? Maybe first stage is dealing with the status quo. You're not happy with the status quo. Maybe the next step is, starting to count your calories. Maybe the next step is figuring out like a deep rooted why you want to get healthy. Whatever the stages are, write out the stages. And then one of the key pieces that we've been doing is provide some type of guarantee.
Yeah.
Guarantee? You can't guarantee. Nothing in life is guaranteed. I'll tell you what you can guarantee is you can guarantee that you genuinely want to help someone else and that you're going to do whatever you can to help them. That's what we're doing. And here's how we framed it, right? You could do a money back guarantee. That's one way to do it. But the way that we framed it is we have a 90-day coaching program called the Abundant Hero. We have certain results that we're guaranteeing men to get in that program. And if they don't get it within 90 days, we guarantee that we'll keep working with them until they get that result. Because one, we care about the person. Two, we know that the process works. And three, we're confident that we can get those results. And so maybe you could do the same thing. Think through what that result could be. What do you think on that, bro?
I love it. Yeah, man. I mean, when you're committed and you're focused, and that's the key of why we talk so much about purpose and passion behind it, is because you're gonna have the energy and the just the heart and love to put into pouring into someone else to get them that
Yeah.
desired end result, you know? So people are willing to pay big money to transform their health by losing weight or building muscle
Yep.
or,
Making money.
making money, fixing that relationship
Sure.
or getting into that relationship or how to have better, make my relationship better by having better sex, whatever it might
Totally.
be. So those three areas people pay a lot more money for. And so when you're crafting out that proven path in those stages, when you can guarantee those results that you'll work with them to get that because you've got them,
That's right.
you've gotten them yourself, then boom, it's a no brainer for a lot of people.
Yeah. The last step that we want to go over is what can you include in your program? Okay. So what are the things that you can include in this coaching program that you're going to launch or this online business that you're going to launch? There's four aspects. The first thing is education. You're going to provide education either through a course or some type of coaching. You're helping people understand how you got that transformation. How did you get that transformation? Teach that. Record some courses and write an ebook, whatever it is. And the next step is support. How can you support them on their journey to this transformation? That can, again, come through coaching calls.
Mhm.
We like using both of these actually, doing coaching calls and having a community.
Mhm.
Because if you can begin to create a community, then you can crowdsource. Okay, so there's education, there's support.
Another thing with support too, I'll say is, a lot of times if you're at that place where you're like, oh, I don't know how to launch it, the exact what I need to do, the implementation part.
Mm,
Well, that's why getting the coach or having those coaching sessions is
yep.
someone who's gonna do it alongside you,
That's right.
or they're going to do it for you.
That's right.
And they could, because they've done it. Hey, I got you. I can implement this into your business to get you going. Boom.
Yep.
And so that's two huge factors that, have helped us, and that how we've helped other men also in their journey of launching their dream business too, is get started by going alongside them.
That's right. And really the biggest value there is the accountability.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got to show up on a weekly call with Brandon and I, woo, and we're talking about the MMA, what are your money making actions, like
Especially if you tell us to talk to you like David Goggins.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna beat you up. We're gonna be like, get in check, bro. What happened? Stop lollygagging. You said you want this money in 90 days. Don't play. Right. And so there's accountability there. So education, support, and then community. And again, we encourage you to check out the school community. It's one of the best platforms that you can to build a community for this. But the value in the community is crowdsourcing solutions.
Mhm.
There's other people going through this journey,
Yep.
very similar. Let's crowdsource ideas. Hey, I'm figuring out how to make leads. I'm figuring out how to post on Instagram and create content. Like, any ideas around this? Boom. All these people just jump into the conversation. There's value right there.
I'm getting my first beta clients.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. And the last piece in your program is bonuses. Include some bonuses. Throw an audiobook out there. Create a workshop, some in-person retreats, ebooks, worksheets, PDF downloads. Like, throw bonuses out there.
These things, a lot of these things could be freebies too.
Yeah,
you give
totally.
away for free. That's one of Sammy and I's biggest focus right now. Is we have 2 school communities with the Heropreneurs. That's a free one. We're gonna put every single piece of content that we create in that community to help men go from A to Z to get them that desired result.
We're gonna give away all our secrets, bro.
For free, man. That's what our mentor told us to do. So
That's
it's
right.
like,
no, I
are
mean,
you sure?
Like, I think
I thought we were in business.
Hide all the information, and then they're like, the internet's out there, bro. Like, everything, and really, nothing new under the sun.
And reality is we're not like experts in anything that we're saying. We're just two guys on the internet, or on the podcast that are talking about stuff we've done.
That's right. And
we have a heart for helping people. We have a purpose for, transforming men's lives. We have a mission for impacting and leaving a legacy in millions of men's lives. And
that's right.
It's bigger than us. And so that's why we're willing to do whatever we can to give away everything we know and go alongside each man who raises his hand and says yes.
Yep. I mean, we're experts in our transformation, in our
definitely.
story, and the transformation that we've gotten other men. And so we're gonna share that journey with you. But really, the real secret is, the reason we're giving away all the information is because I'm trying to see how I can pose this so I can nudge some guys. 90% of you, we give you a 40-hour podcast with everything that we know.
Yeah.
And 90% of you not going to do crap with it.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Yeah. That's human nature. And that's okay.
Yeah.
What we have is, when you work with us, we will execute. You will launch your dream business. There is no ifs, ands, or maybes when it comes to that. When you work with us, we're guaranteeing, and we're going to work through that accountability to make sure that it's launched, to make sure that you're living in your purpose and that you're doing what you love. When you do it by yourself, you know that this is true. You're going to slack off more. And so that's why we're committed to giving away everything for free, because we know a lot of people are not going to do anything with it. So let's work together. Let's make it happen. All right. Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. Real quick, just wrap it for you guys. We've gone through this journey. We've done it ourselves. We've used these 4 steps to go from idea in our brain to actual business that's generating thousands of dollars every single month. And the four stages are this: are you qualified? Get that mindset right. Answer those questions for you. Absolutely, you're qualified to make money. Number 2, figure out how to make right now money and recurring. Why? Because you got to pay bills and you want to build a business that continues to grow into the future. And so thinking through how to strategize, how to make right now money and recurring money. And then how do you do it? Right? We gave you those steps. Come up with a highly desirable end result. Make sure it's backed by your story. Come up with the stages into the transformation. And then what's included in this program. Have those pillars included: the education, the support, the community, and the bonuses. And you guys are off to the races. The only thing holding you back from making some money is you taking some action.
That's right.
And so if you're struggling with that, or if you've been struggling with that for a while, we're here for you. We have our free community, Heropreneurs, where a ton of men are launching their dream businesses in that community. And then we have the mastermind, the Heroes Paid Mastermind, where we get weekly coaching calls from Brandon and I, and you have the community support. And then, of course, we have our one-on-one coaching program. So we are here to help you in any way that you guys need. Until next time, we'll see you guys.
See you guys.
Peace.